Hi, welcome to North State Law. My name is Nick Dogle. I'm the owner and founder of North State Law. Today's topic is going to be what is a difference between a board or a state agency. If you watch any of my videos, you probably heard me say board or state agency maybe 1,000 times. Well, this is 1001 because I'm going to actually explain what, if any, differences there are between the two. There's really not much of a difference, to be perfectly honest with you. They're both governmental bodies or quasi-governmental bodies, however you want to look at it, that have authority as sent to them or is allowed by them through the North Carolina legislature that allows them to enact a bunch of rules and regulations to govern people's professional licenses. Now, the state agency is going to be, for example, the Real Estate Commission or the Department of Insurance, something along those lines. Also could be the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Child Development and Early Education. That one regulates child care licenses for facilities and also for some employees, whether or not they're put on the Child Endangerment Registry. So boards, it's going to be something like the medical board, it could be state bar, it could be the board of nursing, it could be, a bunch of different ones. So one of the main differences between the two is who represents government agencies, like state agencies. Those attorneys are going to be through the Department of Justice, and they're going to be assistant attorney generals. A lot of boards will either have their own counsel that's in-house, which means that they're directly work for them, and that's the only thing that attorney does is work for that board. They also may, and this is more common, the board may have outside counsel, which they hire a law firm to represent them in matters with the board, and that would be, assisting with, the hearing process, the complaint process against licensees, those that are trying to acquire licensure that get rejected. The attorney can help advise the board on that and also represent the board in any hearings that come up regarding those as well. Those are really the main differences, nut and bolts and stuff. I've had where state agencies typically will go through the Office of Administrative Hearings, which is the governmental structure for hearings. An administrative law judge presides on that. Most boards, the contested hearings will be heard by the actual board members or a committee of board members that are designated to hear contested cases. So those are, again, that's another slight difference, but I've also had agencies that, like the Real Estate Commission, where the commission will hear the contested case, and they'll have like a general counsel or somebody that's presiding over it. And then I've had boards where they'll file with the Office of Administrative Hearings that have an administrative law judge hear the case instead of the actual board. So, that they can kind of go a little bit both ways on that. So I'd say that, like, the biggest thing, as I mentioned before, as far as difference is the attorneys that represent him. If it's a state agency, they're going to be represented by a Department of Justice employee, typically a assistant attorney general. So not much of a difference, to be honest with you. So anyways, if you've got any questions, make sure to check out my website. I've got blogs on there. That's northstatelawfirm.com. Also check out my YouTube channel. And if you've got any questions after not finding anything on either one of those, give me a call. It's 919-521-8810. Everybody have a fantastic day. Goodbye.